Mercedes-Benz 280S with a brand new engine, carburetor reworked, everything from the transmission forward, new air conditioning system, updated compressor with a more modern style, removed the York, and we have an old Sanden put back in its place, new expansion valve, pressure tested the old evaporator using the original old condenser, is still good to this day. Of course, new receiver, hoses custom made up by one of our last and only local air conditioning radiator shops left in the San Francisco Bay Area. He's local in this area, and he's the only place I've ever sent customers to or referred to other shops to, because he's the only competent one around. And the proof in the pudding is all the others went bankrupt and out of business and closed down. That tells you the whole story right there. And if I could drive 50 miles up and down, and if this is the only place left open, then you know there's a problem in our industry. A lot of it has to do with education, caring about work, knowing your product, knowing your procedures, performing your procedures and product properly to stay in business. So I was informed this was left open for an extended period of time during a reconstruction, and so I know I'm moisture laden. So I'll probably be leaving this on a vacuum pump possibly overnight or for many hours. I will be putting this on nitrogen pressure test for a few hours, if not overnight, just to make sure. When somebody spends, you know, $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 to restore one of these old vehicles, you want them going out of here knowing it's going to work, and it's going to work a while. So right now I have two vacuum pumps on, the 12 CFM, the 8 CFM. This one's capable of going down to 3 microns. We have a 3/4 inch Hive deep vacuum rated vacuum hose going out to our other rig. So right now I'm just testing that there's no leaks in any of my fittings going all the way up to the fittings. The fittings are not closed down to the service valves yet. They're just attached but not screwed in. And right now I'm capable of going down to 76 microns. And so I'll be going away to lunch and leaving this on the vacuum, and before coming back and putting high pressure nitrogen to perform the nitrogen leak pressure decay test. So here I go. I'm going to open the first port. There we go. It jumped up to 29 instantly. I mean, there's so much volume here. We have sucking. The system is already down. So we're already at the ports from this position because we're going through restrictions. So from here to there, I just open it to a system that's full of air, and as you've seen, within a few seconds we're already at 29.9. We're already going into the micron level. But if I was to take a separate micron gauge and say put it over on a fitting, if there was a service fitting somewhere up in a hose over there, we might still have, say, 29.2 inches of mercury vacuum there, but be on micron here because we just hit a restriction of the valve ports here. But I'm going to leave this on the system so long it won't make a difference, because we're trying to remove the moisture out of the entire system. I will be performing a triple evacuation and nitrogen flush with dry nitrogen to help sweep out the moisture out of the system, and then go into the pressure decay test. This will be video 1 of probably a 2 or 3 part video series on this particular 1969 280.